Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope it's not that long. Thank you so much for people who commented on my videos and letting me know it's helpful for you and you want more similar content, or in general you find it interesting. I think that's what kept me thinking, and I wanted to get back to the channel and post again as soon as I can. So for the past year, it has been a journey for me. I took some time off for myself. I think I need to get myself to a better place. I feel like in order to make content that people like, first I need to be really interested in creating them and feel the passion myself. So that's what I've been trying to find that back. And finally, I think I'm ready and here I am. So stay tuned on more content from me in a regular basis. Okay, without saying too much, let's get into the topic of today. The Chinese character radical / component 女, meaning female, woman. Well, you should be familiar with this character 女, and also what role it plays as a radical. It's meaning like female-related, woman-related characters. But today we'll look into it from a different lens. 女 is one of the most common radicals, and it forms so many characters which are being using in daily life. And today we'll group them into the characters that with positive meanings and those with neutral meanings. And we will looking into those characters that are not so good or tied with a negative meaning behind it. Last, we can look into why, maybe through the lens of history. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan for today. So let's starting with the good ones. So the first character, 好. That's probably the first character you learned, meaning good. So by looking into the components, there is a new radical, so it's female related. And there is a 子, meaning children. When a woman is having a child, that means 好, means good, which makes a lot of sense. The second character, 姓. 姓 means last name. So here it's very interesting because by looking into this character, last name, there is a female component, a female radical. And 生 means to give birth. So when giving birth, a child is giving a last name, and which follows the female side of last name, which is not the current situation in China. Majority of families will follow father's side's last name. So this character might tell us a little bit about a history in ancient China, when there was a time which female or woman was the dominant place where everyone or children was following the female side of last name. Third character, an, meaning safe. So by looking into the character, the top radical is 宝盖头, meaning a roof. And a 女, female woman, is under the roof, meaning when a female is at home, it means peace, it means safe. So the character itself is with a positive meaning, safe. However, if we start to look into why safe is woman in the room, under the roof, not man. So it's like in ancient China, female were seen as weaker than the male figures. And when they are outside, it will be considered unsafe because the past environment, there are so many unsafe elements like animal or other people from other tribes. So the weakness of female woman is associated with this character. When they are under the roof in the room, that's considered as safe. Second part, let's look into more neutral characters. I will just quickly list all the characters. First, ma, mother, mama, 姐, older sister, 姐姐, mei, younger sister, 妹妹, yi, aunt, or 阿姨, 小姨, and 姑, is aunt too, but gu is from your father's side. Yi mostly from your mother's side. Then nai, grandma. Then there's qi, wife, 妻子 wife. Then last, there's ta with radical 女, meaning she, her, hers. 她的. There are probably more characters on how to address people with a female woman as a component. You can just search on Google characters with 女, for example, and you can see the full list of things. Or you can go to my website, app.yiqihanzi.com. When you click on the radical 女, you can see all the characters that are associated with radical 女. The third part, let's looking into the characters that are not so good with negative meanings. First one, 奴, slave. So by looking to the character, there is 女 and the 右, meaning a right hand. So basically a right hand to catch a female, a woman, that's so-called a slave. This character probably indicates in ancient China or in the past when slaves started, it's probably started with woman first. Then when they created this character, they just use female component and a hand to form this character. Second one, 妓, meaning prostitute. So the ordinary meaning of 妓 in Chinese is woman who dance and sing in ancient China. If you have ever seen a Chinese movie describing an ancient Chinese scene, you probably heard of this word 妓院. That's where men go so they can watch women who sing, dance on the stage. So that's where this character came from. And the A character is related to 妓, is 嫖, meaning go whoring or you get a prostitute. So in this character, 嫖 means fly by in a short moment. So combine them, the character means a man is having a great time with a prostitute for a short period of time. Last one, we can look into a word 嫉妒, meaning jealous. By looking into two of the characters within this word, they all have radical 女. Obviously, everyone could be jealous. It's not only female or women's thing. But again, it's associated with a history, society, when women didn't have that much control of their own life. They depend on a lot of other things. They depend on the man or the family, so they are more easily to get jealous. That's all the characters and words that I wanted to go through. Now I think it could be interesting to look into them with the lens of history. Starting with Xing, maybe that was back in ancient China, like way before it started with a woman as the dominant part of the society. 母系社会, there is a word to refer that. Then later on, there is 封建社会. So when looking to An, why is woman in the home under the roof considered safe, not man? Then there's 奴, slave. Lastly, moving on to the current society, we can actually see some changes of some of the word or the characters. So there's a word 女权主义, meaning feminist. Here, if we compare 权 with character 奴, they do look similar, just have different radicals. But the 右 in 权 is different than 右 in 奴, which is right hand. The 右 in 权 is transformed from 冠. 权 started as a meaning to describe a wood, a tool to level. Later on, it became the meaning of power. So 女权主义. Currently, the meaning of 奴 starts to twist it a little bit. So there is 猫奴, 狗奴, 花奴. So it's associated with some of the likable meanings that I wanted to become a 猫奴 or 狗奴 because I love my dog, my cat. It's a way to express your likeness or your preference or your desire. So I think that's a very interesting change in current society, in current wording. That's all the content I have for you today. Hope you find it interesting and you enjoyed me here talking. And again, I think I'm so glad to be back and to reconnect with a lot of you. For the new followers, welcome. For people who have been watching my videos, thank you so much for your support. From now on, you can expect a more regular updates from me. Okay, see you next time. Later.